Hey gang, I'm Will.
And Chase is who I am, and welcome back to That's Just WAC. Now, Will, you're going to be moving soon, right?
No.
Yes. We're going to be mixing things up a little bit.
What did you do?
You should probably call your landlord. You have, what's the day? You have 2 weeks to get out.
What did you do?
You do not own this property anymore.
What did you do?
So, we have a brand new content house coming that we're going to go live in. So, we're going to need a roommate, which is going to be great because I actually have a list here for you to look at. And we're going to kind of go through this list and we're going to pick some people that want to come live with us. All of them are
Fictional.
Very real people.
No.
And they have already agreed that if we pick them, they will give us their money to come live with us and be our roommates.
These are fictional people, played by real people. Did you get the real people or the fictional people?
So if we take a look at this list, okay, so first up on the list, we have Miss Pepper Potts. I think she's very good with money, can help out with finances.
Is this before or after her husband died?
Oh, this is going to be everyone kind of throughout the journey that they lived.
Okay. Nice.
So you kind of have to associate the start and the end of their story. Kind of the whole thing. You can't just take your bits and pieces.
Okay. Hear me out. She's played by Gwyneth Paltrow, which tells me she may use Goop product, which means she may walk into my room and be like, "Do you want to try my psychic vampire repellent?" And I'll be like, "Get out of my room." I'm going to say take her. My vote is personally middle of the road, take him or leave him.
Okay. I have no clue who Gwyneth Paltrow is. Alright, next up, we have Clint Barton, Hawkeye himself.
Has a family.
Yeah.
Are they coming with him?
It's just the people we see one at a time, so just Mr. Barton.
I'm going to say should avoid.
Really?
Yeah.
I think he's like at least chill. He's not gonna like make life better by living with you, but he's not gonna cause problems, right?
He has a family.
They're not coming with him. Hey, that means he might spend a lot of time out of the apartment, out of the house.
We've lived with people like that. It's not fun.
That's true. All right, fair enough. All right, next up we have not Bruce Banner, but the Incredible Hulk.
No.
I don't think this is a good choice. He might be.
Can we just put a new tier of no?
We're on the third person. We can't be adding new tiers already.
No, we need one for just no.
Fine. You can have the Incredible Hulk in the no tier.
No.
I don't think no is completely correct because at least part of the journey you get with the Hulk is Professor Hulk at the end, who's at least take him or leave him, but I wouldn't call him good, so they're definitely on the lower end.
If they're separate on the tier list, they're separate.
Scott Lang. I feel like he's got to at least be positive, right?
He's on house arrest for a lot of the time we'd be living with him.
But he was a very chill kind of guy, right? He might be there, but hey, like you said, you downvoted Hawkeye because he's going to be out of the house. Scott Lang is going to be in the house, you know? He makes life fun. He wants to be with the people he's around, right?
He does. He does.
Okay.
I'd take him or leave him.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you've been placing all of them. I feel like I get to at least get one of these, right?
We can split the difference.
There's no difference. I was going to say good roommate. I wasn't going to say actively makes life better.
So then he goes, if we're splitting the difference, he goes in bottom of good. So when we start putting more
Okay,
people,
cool.
he's bottom of good.
Bottom of good. I can accept that.
Yeah.
All right. Actual Bruce Banner.
That'd be pretty chill.
He's a pretty massive nerd. Spends a lot of time getting more PhDs. He's got like, what, 7 of those? Not a negative influence, I would definitely agree. I just don't know if he brings anything to the table. He can probably pay his fair share of the rent with his research, but other than that,
I think it'd be a good overall good.
good?
Yeah.
Okay. And we're gonna keep what we said, keep Scotland bottom of goods here.
Odin.
Odin, the All-Father. He is not only a horrible dad, but like...
I don't think he'd be a good roommate.
Right. So at least should avoid. Do we think it'd be better to die than to live with Odin?
Well, he is dead.
Well, now, but that just means at some point while you're living with him, he's gonna die.
We should avoid.
I think so.
Yeah.
Avoid more or less than... you know what? We can't bother ranking in a tier because we have way too many characters to rank within a tier.
Okay, Doctor Strange.
This guy's really stuck up. He's smart. I don't see him being someone good to live with.
No, because like part of his journey, he'd be like, I can't clean. My hands don't work. Mm-hmm. And the other part, he'd be, well, we can just magic that bag away.
Right. It's like,
Steven, can you...
Mr. Steven, I don't have magic.
Can you do your dishes? Can you stop letting the cloak take your stuff out the laundry? It drops everything.
Be like, no, I'm too busy saving the world. Like, bro, chill out with that. There's like 100 people who are too busy saving the world. You can do the dishes once in a while.
I'm too busy being in a better relationship than you. Mm-hmm. Absolutely got him.
So I think he's just should avoid. Mm-hmm. All right. Then, hold up. Sorry, I just saw who's next. Sorry, we go down. We click this, and we'll just do that. I think it's hard to do this so early on, but
it's right.
It's right.
Wong would do his stuff. You will no longer be the main character of your own life. But sometimes it's more peaceful that way to be the side character in Wong's life.
Right. Mm-hmm. Next up, we've got Groot. I'd say the collective pair, take them or leave them.
Yeah. If it
was individual, I'd split them. But if you have to put them together,
yeah,
I think take them or leave them is the right place for the pair of them. Next up, we have Rhodey. Colonel James Rhodes.
Well, to be fair, Colonel James Rhodes is currently not able to walk and needs much medical help.
I mean, we've got to remember the full story.
Yeah.
Is that there are points in time when he is totally fine and there is no medical issues. And then there are points in time where there is, and then it goes away again. Yeah. So I think because of that arc, it's going to put some strain on it. So I'm willing to put it in like high, take them or leave them.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. Next up, we have Maria Hill.
I think she'd be good. I think she'd be really good.
It's like not much trouble associated with her.
She's a no nonsense kind of gal.
Right. She just kind of would live life. Not always going to be down to like, yo, I'm going out for drinks, you want to come with? But you're going to get it on occasions. Mm-hmm. And it's not like you're going to have the empty nester situation of like, oh, hey, I want to do something with the roommate, but they're never there. But they're not going to be overbearing in the opposite direction. So
I'd say good.
Yeah, I would definitely say so. Okay. Drax, the Destroyer. This is an intriguing one. I think he's going to make life interesting, right?
The house you're putting together it's going to be on good days, it'll be clean. On bad days, where the clean people are off doing their big secret jobs that we can't have them around for, people like Drax are going to just, like, go wild. He would make life interesting. I would say we could put him top of take him or leave him or towards the bottom of good.
Okay. I mean, I think that's fair. I think put him right about there. All right. Next up, we have Gamora. What can you say about rooming with Gamora? One day you're going along, living life with this badass fighter chick, and she starts off really mean and eventually gets to know you and things are at least okay, and she gets replaced with a version of herself from years ago and it's back to where you started, and then she just moves out.
I think overall good.
I guess that's fair. I'll say bottom of good. Alright, next up we have Valkyrie.
I'd say pretty good. She runs a whole nation.
Mm-hmm. She's efficient. She's good at what she does. Yeah, I'm just not seeing anything she does to like make life better rather than just being a decent roommate. Next up, Wanda Maximoff.
We should avoid because one day she's a Sokovian girl who we meet. She has weird baggage she won't tell us about, and then we're living in the 50s, and then like the 70s, and then like the 80s, the 90s. A different version of me because I'm dead for some reason comes back, and people are like, "Whoa, this guy looks different now." But
I'm pretty sure that isn't you. I think that's somebody else.
maybe
Okay.
we don't know.
I'm taking all you're saying. I'm processing. I do just have one thing to say.
This is about how attractive she is. Take your rose-tinted goggles off and look at it from a realistic perspective. She is in should avoid.
Okay, but like...
No. Mm-mm.
But...
Should avoid. No. Bonk. No.
Hank Pym.
I don't want to be like, Hank, where's the TV remote? Oh, I shrank it. Why did you shrink it? For an experiment.
Give him an Owen Wilson voice.
I don't want to.
I shrank him.
I don't want to throw
wow, the TV remote's small.
I don't want to have to throw my clothes in the laundry and him be like, oh wait, my microscopic clothes are in there because I'm washing all in my closet at one time.
Living with Hank necessitates living with ants.
No.
Just everywhere. They're controlled ants, but it still freaks me out. It's not ideal.
Yeah.
All right, Yondu.
But I think overall, I could see it being good.
So good, or
I could see it being good.
All right, I think
Better,
we're good.
He's better than a lot of the people we put on here.
That's true. Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier, the White Wolf, whatever you want to call him. I still think it's annoying that at the end of the show we had Captain America and the
Bucky
Winter Soldier.
Barnes. Yeah, I think he'd be a good roommate.
I'll definitely put him on the higher side of good there. We still have not found anyone who's making life actively better by living with him. Maybe we'll get there.
Oh, we're coming up on one.
Speaking of, Mantis.
Same argument as Drax. She makes life fun. I could see us having some real fun ordering pizza or something, and then when they're like, "Hey, that's gonna be $50.95," and she's just like, "No, go away," and they do. We get free pizza.
She cares about people. The chaos she brings isn't like active negative will cause you life problems chaos.
That's
for
fair.
the most part, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, I could see life being a bit better.
Makes a great sitcom. So I think Mantis gets our first actively makes life better.
Oh, this is gonna be a fun one.
All right, Tony Stark in his entirety, from start to end.
I'm gonna say we should avoid.
I was thinking it's gonna be
because
low.
if we're doing with early Tony, he's drunk all the time.
He's drunk. He's arrogant.
Are in and
people
out.
in and out, constantly making noise, tinkering with machines. I mean, towards the end when he gets more insufferable.
All right, but hear me out. He'd also be that roommate where it's like, he's like, "Don't worry, I have everything. You don't need to buy a thing. None of this stuff is yours. It's all mine."
But none of this stuff is yours. Everything you've brought here, I own now.
No, he'd walk in and be like, "No, we can get rid of all this. We can get brand new stuff, and I'll pay for it." And then when you move out, it's like, "Let's split up this stuff. Oh, I paid for everything. It's mine."
I guess it is fair to say he's not actively generous, but if he is in that space, he will bring the stuff in so that it is nice.
Yeah.
I guess that makes it not better to die first. He might be very high, should avoid.
He's top of should avoid.
Top of should avoid?
Yeah.
I can agree to that. All right. Next up, we have Okoye.
Life would probably be better with Okoye.
How so?
Because think about it. She, very no nonsense. She probably wouldn't like dirty dishes left in the sink for very long. We all have our chores. We see that when it comes to the whole army. She's like,
she is a good commander.
Stuff, do your things.
I mean, I'll say I kind of want a little bit of leniency in life, that if I've had a tough day at work, I don't want to have to be like, you have to have those dishes done immediately. Like, can I at least get an hour to go watch a YouTube video before I have to do the dishes. And maybe just enough time to, I don't know, like and subscribe to whatever channel I'm watching.
But if you start talking like, let's say everyone does this, beginning of the year, January 1st, I need to get in shape. I need to go to the gym. I need to eat better. She'd hold you to it.
That's true. If you do like sort of make life goals in a way that she's able to hear, she will help with that. I think you're right. I think she would ultimately
Plus, if someone
make life better.
If someone breaks in and we don't have a security system, she's the security system.
I mean, yeah. Very few people breaking in, and we may get to some of them soon, are going to cause problems with her around. So I think yeah, we can put her in actively makes life better.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Next up, we have
Sam Wilson.
Sam Wilson. Now Captain America.
I think he'd be a good roommate.
I think he's got to be at least good. I think he probably clocks in as like one of the best of good roommate. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
But the reason he's not actually makes life better is because if we did say I need to go to the gym more often, and he would just not tell us advice, he'd just be like, "Do better." And that's how he would motivate us.
His motivation is do better. Got him. All right. Next up, we have the Captain America, Steve Rogers himself. What can you say about living with Steve?
I think it'd be good. That's it. I think it'd be good.
I don't want to put him like above Sam Wilson because I think Sam's got like more applicable worldly advice to give, whereas Cap's like standing on very high moral ground, kind of above you in a sense. And though it's helpful, he also knows a lot less about the modern day and is not as easily able to get into things with you.
He's like your older brother. There's a sense of like...
I don't have an older brother.
Neither do I, but hear me out.
He's like your older brother either.
He's like your older brother in a sense of like, there's a level of I want to strive to be like him, you know what I mean?
That's fair.
A well-liked guy does good things because it's the right thing to do, not because the paycheck is there or whatever.
That's true.
So there's a level of like, living with him is probably going to make you a better person eventually.
Peggy Carter.
His partner, wife, lady, friend.
All of them at once.
I didn't see what... I can't remember if we saw wedding rings when they were dancing in the living room at the end of Endgame, so I don't know what she technically is. His lady friend. I mean, same kind of argument as Steve, you know? Probably pretty good. Probably a little more annoying because she's so...
She's almost more uptight.
Yeah.
At least Cap,
position,
as time goes on, he starts to realize that his ideals might be a little constraining, and that he's idolizing things that aren't
they also had a different thing of one of them got frozen in ice. The other lived. The other one lived from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. I'd say if it's not bottom of good, it's towards the top of take them or leave them.
I'd probably put in low good. Okay. About here.
Yeah. Okay. She is pointing a gun at him.
Yes, I mean, kapow, boom, you're dead.
All right.
Next up, we have Black Widow, Natasha Romanoff.
I'd take him or leave him, personally.
I don't see a lot of good times being contributed by having them around.
No.
I can see work being brought home and it being a bit of a problem.
I could see us watching on the news and be like, we're making our pasta, we're keeping up with what has been on the news, and be like, hey, Tasha, why are you a criminal now? What'd you do? Do I need to be concerned? Did you leave anything here?
Now the police are showing up and investigating us. I don't think it's necessarily a void because I don't think there's like major personality issues you want to like stay away from, but I think...
Take him or leave him.
I think take him or leave him.
All right.
The Ancient One.
Man, I don't want to...
Do they have a real name?
I don't think we know it.
Do we learn? Okay.
I don't want to, like, just walk out of my room and she just does the trippy thing to me because I said something that was not quite, quote, in line with her morals.
She's, like, got this otherworldly, like, wisdom and knowledge, but that doesn't necessarily make her, like, humble.
No.
she's still aware of her
She-
strength and
she
will
gets-
put you down
She
if she
gets
thinks it's
something.
right. So, yeah, I can't put it higher than take him or leave him.
No.
Is it take him or leave him, or is that someone we want to avoid?
It's someone I would avoid personally.
I think high avoid, not like as bad as Tony.
No.
Honestly,
All right.
Tony might be higher than he should be. No, he's got some good qualities. Okay.
All right. Peter Parker.
Peter Parker.
I don't want to.
Peter Parker here to pick up a passport, please.
I don't want to have to take care of a 15-year-old.
That's true.
So
I mean, let's remember, he is technically
he's living on
a
his
child.
own. He's technically currently living on his own in an apartment, but that's because his family's dead.
Mm-hmm. It's like he could appreciate the ability to live with us.
Also,
but
bad things happen to Peter Parker.
bad things happen to Peter Parker. Bad things happen to people who know Peter Parker. I think, at the very least, should avoid. It might be worse because a lot of bad things happen to people who know Peter Parker.
I'm willing to be his Uncle Ben. I'd rather die.
I think we have our first better to die first. I mean, let's be real. He is still technically a child, and we don't need any government agencies coming down our throats about that.
Move on.
Next up, Captain Marvel.
I'd rather die. Personally.
I mean, it didn't take long.
No. The bottom.
We just need to push that around. I mean, yeah, it's gonna cause. There's just too much personality difference. I'm just not
We're
too
both,
stuck up, too
She and
full
I-
of herself.
she and I are very similar in some ways, and those ways are gonna clash. Peter Quill.
Star-Lord.
I'm just gonna say it. Remember when we first met him?
I kind of forgot you were here.
That and the comment he made about get a black light in here. So I'm gonna say, yeah. I love Peter.
Not better to die first, but living with him would be pretty bad.
He also notably in the new Guardians movie does not have a roommate.
He's very much spending a lot of time drinking and drowning his sorrows.
We don't know the living
Or he's-
situation of the other Guardians, but they've actively wanted to not live with Peter. Now they have nowhere. Heimdall.
Heimdall. I think Heimdall might make life better.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. He might not be doing much, but he's not going to be causing problems. So no like personality issues we need to be looking at with most of the should avoid people. And Heimdall's probably the type to have really good advice whenever you need it.
Yeah.
Plus, if you get along well enough with him, and it's been shown that there are people who do, he might be willing to utilize a little bit of his powers to help you out.
Yeah. I'd say
So if you need information on something or someone,
life could be better.
it could help out. I don't know if it's actively makes life better in the same way the others do, though. It could just be high good.
Let's call it high good.
High good?
High good.
I'm willing to take that.
Coulson.
Does not have too terribly much screen time to judge off of.
That's if you haven't watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I mean, I suppose that's true.
I think he would actively make life better. Yeah.
I can agree. Put him right here.
Shuri.
What can be said about living with Shuri? Not all of the problems that come with living with Iron Man,
No.
but maybe worse.
Yeah.
I'd probably have to say it's got to go somewhere in the should avoid.
Yeah. All right.
It's not bad, but like it would be preferable not to.
All right, this next one. Let's get one thing clear. This is not Loki from Loki. This is Loki.
I mean, this is Loki, but it's also Loki, you know?
He got better, but do remember, he will disguise himself as a snake, and when you go to grab it because you love snakes, he'll turn and be like, got you. And then he stabs you.
We'll get to the rest of that story soon. I think... I mean, there isn't another Loki on here, right? If we're going to judge Loki, we have to judge Loki and his whole Loki-ness, right?
His whole glorious purpose thing would get annoying.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, look, as much as I love the character, yeah, I would love to live with him.
Loki, can you wash the dishes? It's not part of my glorious purpose to wash the dishes.
Yeah, it's like I enjoy watching the character. He would be bad to live with.
And then he'd be like, it's like, oh, you going home for holidays? No, I hate my family. It's like, all right, that's nice.
True. I don't know if it's better to die first before you live with Loki because he's not bringing home a lot of problems.
His real dad did.
I mean, true. I think we put him in should avoid on the lower side
with his adopted dad.
Hey, that's Loki Laufey's son.
Thor,
Odin's son. So at best, deal with.
Yeah.
3 movies we're looking at no.
Yeah.
So it has to average out to should avoid.
Yeah.
And he's bringing home some issues, some problems. Chances are you might die if you get close to him. So yeah, I think we got to drop him and should avoid.
Quicksilver. Yeah.
The total amount of time on screen Quicksilver has, a fair amount of it is him being shot. If we are on screen with Quicksilver, chances are we are being shot.
Is that scene where the slow-mo area gets shot and he's looking at Hawkeye and we're just in the background?
Also being shot, but we aren't holding a child to protect them, so he's not taking the bullets for us. Yeah, I think this Quicksilver, it'd be
or
best
also
to die
not his
first.
sister, where there was a creepy relationship they had when they're in Age of Ultron. Yeah.
T'Challa, the Black Panther.
Good guy.
Yeah, I mean, at no point that we see T'Challa on screen
He's never in the.
do I really want to not live with him. He's a little obsessed with the revenge during the time of Civil War, but even that extent is not that bad. It's reasonable, and he sort of grows, changes, mellows out. I think he's got a good approach to life.
And realistically, he pulled the Iron Man at the end of the first one in a way. Big press conference.
Mm-hmm.
Revealed a big secret. Actively wants to help the world with said money and secret and power. So I'm gonna say good roommate.
All right.
There you go.
Good roommate, T'Challa, and he's got to be higher on that good roommate.
You could honestly argue he might make your life better though.
I'm just not seeing some of the things that other people in Actively Makes Life Better have in him. It's like, he'd be good to have around, but I don't think it's like boosting your quality of life by a notable margin. It's just, this is good for a roommate, you know? Vision. He phases through your walls.
Yeah,
he doesn't knock.
He doesn't really live with you. He just kind of is there.
Right. He doesn't do a lot of the doing life kind of things.
Nope.
He phases through your walls.
Yep.
Doesn't knock. And
he gets upset when you put him in a hex and don't tell him about it.
And statistically speaking, he's literally a child.
Yeah, I'd rather no. Just put him in no. No.
Just no?
Just no.
Just no. He's not as no as he could be, but he's no.
Red Guardian, and I'm avoiding Red Guardian.
Yeah, I don't see much good coming from living with Red Guardian.
He got busted out of prison. They're coming after him actively.
That's true. We should probably take a zoom out so that we can look at a little bit more.
All right. Next up, Ghost. There's also just not much of a personality to go off of.
That's true. It's kind of tough.
I'd say middle of the road, take him or leave him because we don't have a lot to go off of.
That's true. That tier's also on the smaller side. Scientifically speaking, though, I can fix her.
Moving on. No.
All right. Next up, we have.
I'm just going to say it. Most of the Eternals, I'm probably avoiding.
Which one is this? It was the first one that I.
Just go and put most of them in avoid.
Are we just gonna put all of them in avoid?
Most.
Not all of them, right?
Most of them.
Do we want to just jump forward and do all of the Eternals?
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of them we're avoiding.
I don't see much.
Druid is going. I'm just gonna say it as I see him right there. Druid, I'm better to die or no. He would put me under control, mind control.
That's fair. Also, no, I'm gonna put Sprite.
Yeah.
Not a good idea. Most of the Eternals.
Literally, she went crazy. I would say put Athena and no.
Well, that's just Thena.
Sorry.
I don't think it's that bad because most of the time she's not crazy. There's just a little bit of time where she is.
Fastos. Fastos make her life better.
Fastos could.
He had a whole family.
He is also one of the Eternals, so I think we put it towards take it or leave him, sort of average it out.
He's the best. He'd be the best to live with out of all of them.
I could make a minor case against that, but we'll keep working our way through them all. I think Kingo would be kind of fun.
He'd make you watch all of his movies, though.
I think he'd be high, should avoid. Fair point. Who else? Okay, this is Icarus.
No. He'd kill me.
We're gonna put Icarus in no. Druid is
No.
also probably the most
He's
no,
the most
except
no.
for he's the most no.
Is that all of them? Nope.
Nope.
Not long.
This Makari? Is that her name?
I don't know, man. I haven't seen Eternal since it came out.
Okay.
She didn't do a lot, is what I remember.
Yeah, I mean she's mute one, so
She also
I don't think she's as bad. She can be.
She didn't show up till the end, is what I was saying.
She can be maybe like near top of should avoid.
Sure.
I don't see much of a problem. She'd be tough to communicate with though. But I think that's still better than Kingo.
Okay.
I think Kingo's a little bit too high.
Yes.
Okay, we also have I should know his name. He was like my favorite.
It's like your favorite.
I'm so good at the Eternals,
We're
guys.
far anyway. Nick Fury.
Nick Fury.
We saw from his wife that he's not great to live with.
He's not great to live with. He keeps an orderly place.
He does. He has a nice security system. That's important nowadays.
Good stuff comes with living with him, but living with him isn't good.
Yeah,
I think that averages out to take him or leave him.
Yeah, kind of like his wife at one point was like, "I'll take him or leave him."
Pretty much. Okay.
Monica Rambeau.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say she's all right.
I don't have anything bad to say.
No.
I don't think it's just take it or leave it. I think she might be like
she's
minorly positive.
I mean, she's a weird case if she had her whole adult life together before she got her powers and became a hero.
Yeah.
So she was already established as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
She would be away on like missions and secret projects a lot, but that can be said for almost all of the characters.
Yeah.
In here. So I think she's all right.
I think it doesn't scroll when I do that.
All right.
Well,
they're children. Yeah.
children.
Yeah.
Who is this guy?
Can we start a tier for I don't know who you are?
I don't remember. Who are you?
I feel like he was in Ant-Man, but we might just need a tier for who are you?
See, it's like I looked at him and I thought of Sonny from Ant-Man and the Wasp, but this isn't him.
No.
So I don't remember who this guy is. Next up, we have Maria Rambeau.
She had a house, she had a child. She
was living life.
She lived
It was fine.
She lived to an older age.
I'm not getting any of the stuff that adds good roommate stuff.
She did let aliens into the house when her child was there.
That's true. That's true.
So
Take him or leave him.
That is this M'Baku.
Yeah, I think we gotta leave. We gotta avoid M'Baku, right?
As much as I love M'Baku.
He's a cool dude, not a good roommate.
No.
I do not think he's doing his dishes.
No. We always talk about the dishes. Dishes are the breaking point for us.
If you've had a roommate, you know.
It's not like
Trust me, I'm aware.
It's not like clean like anything else. It's literally only dishes that we're referencing. Anyway,
This is a child.
That's a child.
This is Cassie. She's a child.
Yeah.
Children are bad.
No, children aren't bad. There are future
Well,
generations.
this is the internet. You have to say children are bad or people aren't going to like you.
Children aren't bad. Children are good. There are a future. We should invest in your children.
Dare you have a nuanced opinion.
Invest in your children. Give to organizations that help children learn. I'm telling you, we need a tier for.
I don't know who this is.
Put them in Omega Law.
Okay, this is
That's Sharon Carter.
yes. I was gonna say Peggy. I know we already did.
She does crimes, and I don't want that done. And I don't want crimes being done in our house.
At best, take him or leave him in the early parts, and now she's doing crime lord stuff. So that's got to put her in like should avoid overall.
He's a power
not a good move.
Hardly.
This is still a child.
Yeah.
He's not the worst child, so I'm gonna put him in the top of best to die first.
Yeah.
But he is a child.
Yeah.
Okay, Dane.
I like
Dane Cook. He's a cool guy.
If Cersei is in Good Roommate, Dane should be as well.
I agree. I'm willing to...
That's Red Guardian.
Grab Red Guardian and put him back in Should Avoid because I can't click on this mouse. I'm going to put Dane...
Yeah.
We can't put them beside each other because of where she is. Okay, I'm going to upgrade her one tier so that they can be beside each other. I agree. He's a chill dude. He
literally is not even... in the superhero business yet because he hasn't become the knight.
Right. So from our current standpoint, he's
just a dude.
He's just a dude.
He's got some interesting family history.
And he's not going to avoid you as a roommate. He's going to be like, oh, yeah, no, I'm down to go do something if we want to make plans. That's cool. It's like, so long as I don't have a date, we're going to be fine.
He probably does his dishes. Is this part of Hitman's gang? Is this part of his thieving gang?
Oh, hold on. I think it is.
I think the entire thieving gang is on here.
Yeah, because Luis is here, and then...
Purple shirt guy.
That's what we call him.
Yeah.
I should know their names.
Everyone's favorite character, purple shirt guy.
Okay. I'm not going to rank them all at once, because they do deserve their own separate tiers. He's the lowest of the group, right?
If we can't remember his name, we had to zoom in. It's like, wait, is that one of his guys?
I think he's...
Just this image gives real big background.
He is the one who was most wanting to jump back into crime in Ant-Man 1. He was like, oh, yo, let's do a job. Actually, no, Luis brought that up first.
He gives big background thug number 4 vibes just from this picture. Yeah. It's not bad. Take him or leave him because he was interested in getting back into crime. Yeah, I think that's true. Zemo. Oh, man. What can you say about living with Zemo? Probably not a great time, right? No. He'd probably somehow, because he's very charismatic, rope you into being part of his goal to dismantle the Avengers. And then when he doesn't care about that, you forget that he still does. Yeah. All right. Agent Ross. So, take him or leave him? I don't really have much else to say. He's there. I don't see him being notably good for a roommate. We know he's looking for a place to live because he is divorced because he doesn't have a family anymore. Anyway, Aunt May, literally, life would be better because she has an apartment already. She has income. She pay the bills. Stop your train of thought. Move on. Correct. Move on. Okay, for legitimate purposes though. She's actually well established. She's good. She has a job. Makes money. Not very involved in the superhero world. Not going to be bringing home trouble for the most part. She'd probably get you involved to work at Feast, and that's good because that's good for everyone. She holds people to a good moral standard. Yeah. She's a good reminder for hey, don't be evil. Yeah. And that's a good thing to have in your apartment. Yeah. Speaking of being evil, she's also a kid. I don't want to take care of a kid. And she's one of the worst, right? Betty would actually be bad to live with among the children. She is notably gonna be. We don't know enough about her. I mean that's true, but she looks. She seems annoying. She seems annoying, but also so did Flash, and then we slowly learned. Oh, he's got a bad home life. Betty could also have a not good home life. We don't know. True. We don't know for sure. Hard to say. Darcy, straight to take him or leave him. Alright, I'm avoiding Happy. I'm just going to say it. I like it. We started off with different opinions on Happy. I like Happy. I like him a lot. He's just kind of sad. He would bum me out if I lived with him. Happy's kind of sad. Yeah, he would bum me out to live with. Hope Van Dyne. She also has the whole thing of she grew up too quick. You know what I mean? I mean, let's be real. Let's remember how she starts in Ant-Man 1. Yeah. I was going to put it take it or leave it. I think having part of that as your first run, it's got to put it high, should avoid. Yeah. Okay. Talos. I'd live with Talos. He seems pretty cool. Yeah. I mean, he's an established individual who has a family. Yeah. He doesn't seem to be causing too many troubles. No. I'd say
would probably be down to grab some lunch with you. So, decent roommate.
All right, Shang-Chi.
I think he's good.
Good.
Let's remember, of course, his movie is a martial arts movie, and it spends a lot of time on it. But let's remember the personality.
Yeah.
Before he got into doing all that. He's a cool dude.
He's a nice guy.
He's working at a hotel as a valet because he wants to drive fast cars for a couple of minutes. That's just hilarious.
Yeah, I'd say, good roommate.
Yeah.
He also clearly had his life a little bit more together than his best friend, and even her family called that out.
Mm-hmm. What can we say about...
Oh, is that Sif or...
No, that's not Sif.
Is that Jane?
Yeah, that's Jane.
Sorry, they look similar.
Okay.
What can we say about Jane Foster? I don't think I would enjoy living with her. So...
This is a child.
That's a child.
And he's
worse.
He is worse.
He's worse.
He is the worst child.
He would have a similar thing of Tony where
Flash in this is almost the worst Flash.
He has a similar thing to Tony where...
He's a fun character to watch.
He would have bought all this stuff, but it'd be Daddy's money. And he'd be like, my dad bought all of this stuff. Mm-hmm. That's worse than I bought all this stuff.
Yeah. Janet, absentee mother. That's not cool. It wasn't her fault, though.
She got stuck in the quantum realm, get wrecked into should avoid.
Yep. Not good. Not coming with much good stuff. Not
Jimmy Woo!
Jimmy Woo! Straight actually makes life better. No question. Why did I grab her over again? I swear this mouse just do not. Jimmy Woo actively makes life better. No one has any question about that.
There you go.
It's Jimmy Woo. He's going to do magic. Your life will be fun and entertaining. He is there to do life.
He's my favorite Jim from The Office.
Exactly. The best guy. This is Dr. Foster.
Yeah.
Jane's dad. Dad? Uncle? Friend? They're not related. He's not a Foster. Who is he?
He's just a guy who I'd take him or leave him.
Do you remember when he streaked naked on the news? Barely. Cool. You can be bottom or take him or leave him. Let's be real. He did go kind of crazy because of the Loki messing with his mind stuff, and he didn't exactly totally recover.
No.
He got fine and has still been helpful, kind of. Not really.
Kate Bishop.
Almost, but not actually a child.
She doesn't know how to live.
Right.
If that makes sense.
No, it totally makes sense. She's still learning how life works.
Which, in a way, is not the worst. Mm-hmm. It means she wants to learn. Because she actively didn't want to stay in her mom's big fancy penthouse.
She does seek out getting better.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing.
So I think good roommate, bottom of good roommate. Simply because she's still learning, but she wants to learn.
Yeah, and it's like she's got it enough together just by being in the learning process that I wouldn't say it's just average. It's not going to bring things down.
Right.
It's not like she's going to be dependent, constantly asking you for wisdom. Dude, Kraglin.
I'm going to say Kraglin goes in good roommate. I don't know if he actively makes my life better.
I think Kraglin... You'd have to remember one thing. If you are rooming with Kraglin... you should not have a pet. Because he will call it bad dog, and they will be very upset with you the whole time. How many spoiler warnings do we need to put on this video?
Well, if you haven't seen some of these movies, that's on you.
Alright, ex-con number 2. This is the guy who believes in the Baba Yaga. He's fun.
He is fun.
He will make life more interesting than ex-con 1.
I would say it's take it or leave it.
Yeah. He is almost the most middle of the road as a roommate.
Oh, here we go.
Killmonger.
It's not better to die for.
I just don't see good coming from living with him.
The thing is, he's probably not home. Because he's off robbing so many places and working with Ulysses Claw.
Or being dead.
Or being dead.
But I think he's got to be on a void.
Yeah. Korg.
Korg.
I would also avoid Korg.
It's like you want to say he'd be good. You know he's messy. You know he's a slob.
Yeah.
He'd be fun.
Fun, yeah.
For 2 days.
Yeah.
And then you realize what living with him is actually going to be like.
We've seen what living with him is like.
It's true. He sits there playing Fortnite and can't beat Noob Master.
And then Thor has to come yell at Noob Master. Anyway, Carly
Morgenthau.
I'd rather die.
She's not
I'd rather
bringing
die.
good things to living with you.
She's also just annoying.
That's very true.
Luis.
I need to scroll up higher.
No.
No?
No.
No.
He did do crime.
Yeah, but he's kind of running an ex-con company now.
Yeah.
He did crime, but at no point during the series has he been in jail.
That's fair.
And if we're just taking the series as it is...
He does have connections, too.
He's got connections to the crime world and can get something done for you if you want.
Yeah.
But he's actually a very good criminal and has not been caught.
Okay, I could... Sure.
During the scope of the...
Sure.
He will make life very fun and interesting.
Sure.
He would actually be great to live with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, I think he earns his place and actively makes it better. This is her mom, Black Widow's mom. I don't remember anything.
Just put him with Red Guardian.
She can't be as bad as him, right? No, she does like experiments on animals.
And she also...
What type of animals did we see that she's doing experiments on?
She also literally wanted to avoid living with... Coming back and helping Yelena, Red Guardian, and Natasha.
Yeah.
Like, literally was the most robotic about... This was an arranged, never a real family.
She had to be sought out.
Mm-hmm.
It was...
Red Guardian at least thought of them as a family.
Mm-hmm.
She was literally stone cold.
She does not care. This is a person I live with. It's the roommate situation you get.
She came around by the end, but I think that was for the movie's sake.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Michelle Jones Watson. I'm just gonna say it. I think she goes with Peter and the other teenagers.
She is a child.
Even though she's
about to go to college.
Even though
but where we left off, she's a child.
She's just depressing too.
That's true.
If I like drop something on the if I drop a plate, right, and it breaks, I expected that to happen. It's like, well, okay, thanks.
A real Debbie Downer.
Yeah. Mobius. I think you'd make life better.
I don't think he just makes life better.
Can we get a Mobius Wong interaction? That's what I want.
I feel like Mobius might just be the number 2. If anyone can get close to Wong tier, I feel like it's Mobius.
Yeah.
Does he earn Wong tier?
I'd say so. He's enough of a goat.
I mean, like, the whole premise of Loki, even though it's a bit unexpected, I mean, it's a buddy cop movie.
Yeah.
It's a buddy cop TV show, if you think about it.
And he
is a great buddy.
And he's the moral grounding for Loki by the end of it.
Mm-hmm. Mobius is great at what he does. He seems like he would be exceptional to live with.
Baron Mordo. Take him or leave him.
I guess so.
So
I'll say low, take him or leave him.
Middle of the road, take him or leave him.
Low, take him or leave him.
Plus, he was, again, kind of the moral founding for Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got good in him. He's not all bad. Anyway.
I guess so. Alright, next up, Nakia.
She straight up left.
She did just leave.
So
things got bad. She said, I don't want it anymore.
So
I don't think she'd be actively negative when you're living with her.
No.
So sort of in between.
She's in between.
Yeah. Put I think right about here.
All right. Hold to our rule.
I hate to say it. Ned is a child.
Yeah.
However, he is probably the best child yet. Out of any of them to live with, I feel like Ned would not be bad.
Sure, but that doesn't mean he gets out of the tier, though.
Oh, true. He just gets to be at the top of the tier.
Why is Courtney Morgenthau on top of the tier? Where she was top of the tier.
Do we need to move her down?
Yeah. That's acceptable.
Okay, Nebula. Taking the whole character arc, it's going to average out to negative.
Yeah.
At the end, if we were doing this just by current states of the characters, maybe not so much.
No.
But overall, from everything we've seen of Nebula, it's got to be on the should avoid.
Yeah.
I don't think it's very low on the should avoid.
No.
Because she does have the positive character arc as time goes on.
Yeah.
Which makes her very akin to Tony.
Yeah.
So I think right there is fine.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Morgan.
Child. A child.
Child.
Not the worst child.
No.
But a child.
Yep.
Scourge.
Bad.
Horrible.
Bad dude.
Almost better to die.
I love his actor.
He is atrocious. Not the actor.
I love his actor.
That sounded very mean.
But but yes, I think Scourge probably better to die.
He's a hoarder. And he brings trouble.
This is my stuff.
He has women just sitting around looking at the stuff who don't really want him. It's pretty obvious, but
he also literally only follows the powerful people in charge. So
he is a leaf in the wind.
All right,
Sylvie. She's Loki, just girl.
She also doesn't stick around for places.
She is constantly moving and does not quite have the same positive character arc Loki gets.
No.
Where did we put Loki? Should avoid?
Yeah.
She's got to be lower then.
Yeah.
Close. I'll put her on the other side of Odin. How about that?
That's fine with me. Trevor!
He'd be funny.
He'd be funny.
He'd be horrible. But he'd be funny. Puts him in a great middle of should avoid.
Yeah.
Again, it'd be like living in with him would be funny until you get fed up with it. Very Korg-like, so...
All right, and then we got...
he gets the should avoid.
Where's Katie? Katie.
Katie. Very much akin to Shang-Chi, just does not get the crazy martial arts powers.
Yeah.
Which might be a little bit better, because trouble's less likely to come after you.
Yeah, she wouldn't be the worst, she wouldn't be the best.
So I think she gets to clock in for a good roommate. Where is... Shang-Chi's here. He probably gets to go about here, then. Higher of good roommate? I think so.
Okay. Xialing.
Committed,
literally runs an underground fight club, and now the 10 Rings.
Yeah.
Should avoid. Or might be better to die.
It could be a very bad idea to be wrapped up in her business.
To be fair,
I think
her mom made the same choice. Anyway, Yelena.
I think better than Natasha, right?
Yeah.
She's not bringing home as much trouble, as many problems. And she's a more chill personality. Based upon her interactions in Hawkeye with Kate, you can tell she's actually just pretty chill. She's sitting there eating the mac and cheese and talking about how good that stuff is. Like, she's cool. There's going to be some problems. But I think... Where's Natasha on here? I'd expect her to have the same background, but she doesn't. So now I've lost her in the list. She was in Take 'Em or Leave 'Em, right? Okay, Natasha's here. I think Yelena gets a tier higher.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, so lower good roommate.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll drop Yelena in right about there, I think.
Yeah.
All right, and that should do it then. This obviously isn't every character because we stopped around the time frame of Loki or
She-Hulk.
So no She-Hulk, no Kamala Khan.
No.
This is our list from Wong tier to Who Megalol.
That's right.
And no. So let us know what you guys thought. Tell us if we were right or wrong about any of these characters. If you think anyone we ranked low would actually be a great roommate, and if anyone we ranked high, we missed some glaring personal problems that would actually drop them straight to avoid tier. Tell us what you thought.
Get in the comments. Tell me.
Do it now.
Engage with the video. Like, comment, subscribe. And remember,
that's just WAC. We'll see you next time.